Heartbreak and confusion for families in West Virginia after two of the state's National Guard members on deployment in Washington, D.C. are shot.
This was an act of unspeakable violence. Our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the brave service members. We're going to work hard with West Virginia. I know the state stands behind the Guard.
How the two service members are doing this morning and what initial investigations are revealing about the accused shooter.
A climate pattern known as La Nina is responsible for one of California's wettest winters in recent record. In a story you'll only see here on Fox 26, we'll explore how the onslaught of storms that hit in the winter of 2022 not only hurt the central San Joaquin Valley, but also helped it along the way.
The beloved China Peak Mountain Resort preparing to open to the public. A look at the new amenities debuting at the resort, which lifts will be open, and what you can expect for the season ahead.
And we do have a dense fog advisory in place for your Thanksgiving morning, but nothing seems to be developing just yet. However, we will track the visibilities for you and let you know where that fog is going to be thickest and let you know about any possible travel delays.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
Feels like we're off to the races on this Thanksgiving morning. We begin with a live look at China Peak. Snow there on the ground. Our friends at the resort tell us they are ready to welcome visitors for opening day tomorrow. Later this hour on Great Day, we'll give you a look at the few changes at the resort and details about what you can expect if you're planning to visit this season. So much fun up there.
Yeah.
So much fun down here.
Yeah, food. It's going to be great. Yeah, everybody's celebrating Thanksgiving in their own way. Maybe the weekend, you get a little snow.
Burn off all those calories.
Yeah. In fact, there's going to be plenty of ways for you to burn off calories today, especially if you're watching the show. We'll talk about that later on, but yeah, it's going to be another foggy one out there.
That's the thing, though. I was really surprised. Yesterday we were talking about, okay, well, the sun came out and it was beautiful. And
where
then
did it come out for you?
Selma.
Okay.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it was while I was taking a nap, so I did not get to enjoy it.
It was peaking out here in Fresno yesterday. We're hoping for that today. That's Liz Gonzalez, by the way. I'm Justin Willis, and thank you for starting your day with us. Let's see what's going on for Thanksgiving, huh? Yeah, it's going to be, well, cloudy again for you today. Current conditions right now, yeah, cloudy outside for you. 49 degrees at the moment. Dew points at 43, and here is the rest of your day. At 10 a.m., it's going to be 48 degrees. At noon, 52. At 5 o'clock, 54 degrees. Yeah, going to be cloudy again. We're hoping the sun peaks out just a little bit more than it did yesterday, and it just might. Winds will be calm for you, by the way. So coming up next, your next weather maker. We're going to track this fog out of here, hopefully, but also we're going to get a peek at our next possible chance of rain. It's a ways out, but we'll get a peek at it coming up next.
And happening right now, the search is on across the North Valley for a prisoner after he somehow disappeared from the satellite camp next to U.S. Penitentiary Atwater. Ruben Martinez Lopez was serving more than 12 years at the minimum security facility for importing meth and conspiracy to distribute the drug. The 43-year-old has brown hair, brown eyes. You see his photo right there. He stands 5'11" and weighs 205 pounds. If you know where he might be, call the U.S. Marshal Service immediately at area code 202-307-9100. Two West Virginia National Guard troops remain in critical condition this morning following a shooting attack in Washington, D.C. yesterday. The FBI director and the mayor of D.C. confirmed their condition. The accused shooter is in custody. He was shot at the scene just blocks from the White House. He's been identified as 29-year-old Afghan national Rahmanullah Lakanwal. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says that he came to the U.S. from Afghanistan in 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome under the Biden administration after NATO forces withdrew from Afghanistan. CNN is reporting that he applied for asylum last year, and it was granted earlier this year under the Trump administration. The White House hasn't responded to that report. The president condemned the shooting in a video posted online.
The Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it.
The president went on to call for a re-examination of every refugee who came from Afghanistan under the Biden administration. And just last night, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services posted a statement on social media saying that effective immediately, processing of all immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals is stopped indefinitely. This includes work permits, asylum and refugee requests, family benefits, and naturalization efforts. The Trump administration has since ordered an additional 500 troops to Washington. We want to know what you think, so get your phones ready. Do you think the Trump administration should carry out a review of refugees? No, it wastes resources. Yes, but only for certain groups. Or yes, it should be comprehensive. Scan the QR code on your screen or go to kmph.com/poll to vote. And we're going to be checking back in on that throughout the morning to see what viewers are saying. Right now, 50% of you are already saying there should be a comprehensive review. The shooting comes days after a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to end its month-long deployment of the Guard in D.C. The judge ruled the military takeover illegally intrudes on local officials' authorities to direct law enforcement. Now, she did rule the president has authority to protect federal functions and property, but not to help when it comes to crime control as he sees fit. The order was put on hold for 21 days to allow for an appeal. The White House says that the order is lawful. President Trump sent the Guard in August, declaring a crime emergency.
All right, it's 5:05 now, and here's a live look at Highway 180 and Peach right now. You got a few cars out there on the road this morning. This is the exit right near the airport there. A few people heading over that way right now. And yeah, it looks like traffic's going to be pretty light for you this morning. But also, we're not seeing any fog at the moment, so that's good news out there. But we are still tracking it nonetheless for you. National Weather Service still calling for some dense fog out there. And the most dense it is right now, Fresno. Yeah, 3-mile visibility there. Everybody else is doing okay. Just a little hazy at the moment, but again, we're going to have to track this for you throughout the morning and see how things shape up as the sun comes up. Likely getting more fog as that happens there. But right now, got about 3 miles visibility out in parts of Fresno County there. So just a reminder to drive safe out there. This dense fog advisory is going to be in effect until 1 o'clock this afternoon. It is possible that the visibilities could get down to a quarter mile between now and then. However, if it's like yesterday, probably not going to see much of anything. So, but if there is, again, just a friendly reminder, slow down, give yourself plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you, use those low beams, and just drive safe today. But again, until 1 o'clock for you there on that dense fog advisory. Okay, so we're really starting to see kind of a shift now, and we slightly saw that shift yesterday as the sun came out for a tad. It had been all week we hadn't seen the sun, right? And then it comes out yesterday, like Liz said, in Selma, and it tried to peek out in Fresno for just a hot second there, and then that was it. But what's happening now is we get some troughing that's going to slide to the east here. High pressure is starting to take over, or at least trying to, and this ridge is coming ashore on the California coastline there. And as that happens, we could start to see things break up for us a little bit, and some of that low-hanging stratus could start to dissipate, and well, we could see more of the sun because of that. Now, as far as that next chance of rain that I had mentioned, well, it's not going to be until next week. We got some low pressure that's kind of brewing up in the Gulf of Alaska. This one here is going to cause problems for the Pacific Northwest. But further north of that, we've got another low pressure system that could impact us next week. So let's take a look at the future cast and show you when that could happen. So we're going to fast forward here to Monday night. That's December 1st, by the way. And we got a little bit of activity going on up at the Pacific Northwest. And you can see how it develops there. It gets a little strong at times by Tuesday night there. A lot of this really heading over towards the Rockies, most of it anyway. But we could get some residual effects of that by Wednesday morning, where we could see some pretty good snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains there, and maybe a few sprinkles here right around Lake Mariposa, parts of Madera and Fresno counties as well. And this looks like it's going to affect most of the Sierra from Tahoe all the way down into the Kern County mountains there. So that'll be Wednesday there, kind of lasting until the evening hours. Precip picks up down in Southern California there, so they're likely going to get a little bit more rain. But this is our next best chance of rain for the San Joaquin Valley, and it isn't going to be much. But we are hoping for a little bit more snow up there, especially as China Peak is getting ready to open this weekend. So today, though, for your Thanksgiving, your afternoon high is going to be 56 degrees. In fact, we're mid-50s all weekend long. 55 tomorrow, 54 on Saturday. We got low 40s overnight. And, yeah, we are expecting a little bit of fog each morning. At least the recipe's there for it. However, a dense fog advisory does expire today. And it should be on the cloudy side again for us through the weekend. All right, coming up in just a bit, we're going to get a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Time is now 5:09. A former restaurant along Blackstone Avenue in central Fresno is now nothing but rubble after it burned down. The Fresno Fire Department responded to that fire around 2 yesterday morning at the former Jeb's Blueberry Hill. This building has caught fire several times over the last couple of years. Excuse me. The owners of Jeb's Blueberry Hill even made the decision to relocate to Clovis because of repeated incidents of vandalism and arson at that location.
Right now it's still under investigation, but the other incidents in the past, some of those have been attributed to the homeless activity that's in the area. Anytime you have a fire, there's a potential that it could grow if it was allowed to burn in an area that there's combustibles or flammable material around.
No one was hurt and firefighters were able to protect the tire shop next door, preventing any damage. Well, this holiday season, families are doing the best they can, making ends meet, even as they're facing hunger. But together we can make sure that they have a full meal at the holiday table. Our parent company, Sinclair Broadcast Group, is partnering with Feeding America for a Sinclair Cares Fill the Food Banks. As simple as taking out your phone here to scan the QR code to help families put food on the table in your local community. Every dollar donated helps provide up to 10 meals, help make sure that families have what they need to celebrate this holiday. The relationship between the U.S. and Venezuela continues to fracture as President Trump ramps up efforts against the Latin American nation. Hear what Venezuela's president is now vowing to do as U.S. aggression continues. And 5:11 now, a live look at Herald Square in Manhattan as people are lining the streets in preparation for this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's set to kick off in the next half hour. 7 new floats will be debuting in today's parade. You can find new headlines and the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break. Good morning, New York.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.